episode 58. Tonight, as usual, just gonna smoke some weed, shoot the shit, a couple laughs probably. I don't really remember, but we'll see what happens. Just stay tuned for it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this shit, tell your friends, and whatever else, man. Subscribe. I don't know. We need some subscribers.
Me too.
So
He's not lying.
yeah, help us out.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they put, remember I was telling you about What is a Woman the other day? When they put they broke a record or some shit.
What record?
They're up to 140 million views right now.
Damn.
But they said a record or something. They were saying for 24 hours, it was 100 and like, I forget, 104 million views in 24 hours on that What is a Woman on Twitter.
Damn.
Like, I don't know if it's just a Twitter record
And
or...
that's a movie that's been out for like 6 months or something,
Yeah.
maybe longer.
Probably longer. I remember watching that a long time ago. Not like a long time ago, but I bet you it was probably longer than that. But yeah, so I don't know if that's like what kind of internet record it is, if it's just Twitter, but I think if I remember correctly, it was 104 million views in 24 hours, and it's up to 140 million right now, and it's not even, might be 48 hours.
I wonder if movies don't even get that many views in a 24-hour period, I don't think, because they'll make like 100 and some million in a weekend.
That's what I mean.
And the tickets for movies are like $10, $12.
Say $10, that's cheap, because most time they're like $12, $15, depending on what theaters you go to anymore.
So, yeah, I guess free on the internet gets you a lot more views than charging in a theater.
Yeah, and you
or
had
something.
you had to be what, a subscriber to Daily Wire, right?
Yeah,
To see What is a Woman
before Twitter.
before this Twitter. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was
Or
that
you
paywall.
found it illegally or something.
Yeah, but there was that paywall always. But yeah,
Yeah.
and that's crazy for being like not just saying us, but like there's a lot of nice weather all over the country right now, and for that to get that many views.
During a time like
During,
this, yeah.
like-
Especially in the beginning when everybody's like excited to go do shit.
Yeah, like everybody's getting out right now. There's nice weather across the whole country,
Yeah.
like, and it's still pulling in that many views is insane.
No, that says a lot. And I bet you some people are still wondering what a woman is.
Explain it to him, Mark.
Like out of 104 million people or however many you said,
There's up to 140
there's
now.
probably like a million that's still like, yeah, but what is it? No, hopefully not. Because I've seen the movie, and it pretty much shows you exactly how insane some people are.
And the shitty part is a lot of these people are professors.
Yeah, people that,
and different teachers and doctors.
yeah,
and it's like,
and yeah, people that work with kids and shit. And,
no, I took Ninja to yoga today, and go in there and the yoga teacher's sitting on the ground, all hippie like and shit. And she's like, "Hi, who's this?" I'm like, "Oh, this is Ariana." And she's like, "Oh, and this is your." I'm like, "This is my daughter."
yeah,
Like,
she looks just like you. Just
No,
like, she
like,
looks like an Asian version
I
of you.
think it was a gender thing. Like, didn't want to misidentify. Like,
Gotcha.
like the way I took it I might not be saying it the best, but the way I took it in my mind, I wanted to be like, it's my fucking dot. Like, it's like,
It's my fucking dad. Don't play these games with me, bitch.
yeah.
Don't play these games with me, bitch.
Which might be like, this is my son. Like,
This
I
is
think
my-
that's,
This is my tortoise. You know what I mean? This is my tiger. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to? What do you think it is? I'll let you guess. Take a guess. That's
Yeah.
what you should have said.
yeah. Common sense says,
I found her at the market. She looked kind of like me, so I was like, yeah, this will probably pass.
there was some fucking smoke show moms, though, at the yoga thing.
Oh, I think I saying at the market.
Probably was at the market today, too. I'm not going to lie.
Farmer's market.
Yeah.
Green Farms or something.
Farmersonly.com.
There you go. There you go.
Was a woman got 96% on Rotten Tomatoes by the audience.
What's the critics won't even watch it.
There's actually only been 6
Yeah.
reviews, and it's 83%. It's probably better than what I thought it'd be.
Yeah, but that's because it was the critics who dared to watch it.
Yeah,
And those are
that
probably
not afraid to fucking submit
Exactly.
their thing.
Exactly.
I showed you a picture of Little Man meeting the police at the festival thing that we went to or whatever. So he put it on his. He has like a motorcycle pedal bike, you know, that has like the plastic to make it like a dirt bike or some shit.
Like an e-bike type deal.
What's up?
Like an e-bike.
No, it's like it's a regular pedal bike, but it
I
has
know, but
like
e-bikes have
but it
pedals
has like
too.
the no, it's not like an e-bike, but it has like the plastics from on it that make it look like a dirt bike for like a little kid.
Like the shit we used to get that they had back in the day.
Yeah, same little thing. I got him one of those, a blue one, and he picked out.
Yeah.
And he got that sticker, so he put it right on the front of his pedal bike, right on the plastics or whatever. So he was chasing his sister around as like the policeman. He's like, "Woy, woy, woy, woy," like
That's
doing.
awesome. You should get like a light.
That's what I was just gonna say. So I'm gonna go on Amazon and see if I can find some sort of like red and like blue blinking lights or some shit, and then like with a siren and like try to hook it up on his fucking bike so he can like go around as a little cop.
Does the bike have a light on it? You know how like some
No.
have a light on it? You could probably just get one of those lights and then just program
Yeah,
it.
no, I don't have a. But I was just gonna go on Amazon and try to find some bullshit. I figured they probably did.
No, that'd be cool. He'd love that shit.
So I'd like run, and he would chase me on his bike, and then like I'd like slow up, and like he would hop off and like chase me down and beat me up.
Until he's more competent on the bike and he can go real fast and he fucking get you in like the fucking ankles.
And basically just teach him. He pulls people over and beats the fuck out of them. That's what he does to me. So he's kind of just teaching him how cops are, you know.
No. Creating yet another bad apple.
That's it, man.
As they say, a bad apple could spoil the bunch.
He goes straight for the rear naked choke and everything, dude.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Is he naked when he does
knows
it?
how to do an arm bar. I taught him that. Like he'll get down, like wrap legs, like he'll put his legs here, and he'll like extend your arm out and shit like that. And it'll be like.
One day he'll be playing, and he'll just do it to you, and then like demand you buy him something. Like, give me an Xbox.
Hey, if you're an illegal immigrant, you should probably move to Minnesota.
Why?
You get free college tuition now. You don't have to pay for college if you're an illegal immigrant. You get 4 years, 2 or 4 years, whatever you want to go for, free.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, right here. Breaking news.
That's ridiculous.
While middle-class students who were born in the U.S. or came here illegally have to pay for their own tuition, illegal aliens in Minnesota get free tuition. Under Minnesota's free tuition program, illegal immigrants will have their full tuition paid for if they enroll in a 2 or 4 year program.
That is absurd.
So
that is absurd.
Move to Minnesota.
Well, we should just all renounce our citizenship
and then move back and then sneak in.
Yeah,
and
or just stay here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, you'd have to go to Canada, go apply, do all that shit, become a Canadian citizen, and then just migrate right back here in the U.S. and be like, I'm an illegal immigrant. Give me free college and money.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
So that's so ridiculous. That's their first record.
Oh,
like
first?
Yeah. Took 20 years for them to do another pressing. I think technically 21, but this is just the 20-year anniversary pressing.
No, sir, I don't like to, other than pick it and grab it to you, but this is the Pride Month album. No, I was kidding. You can cut that out.
It's pretty cool. It looks awesome. That's the one that sold out in like less than 2 minutes. Yeah. I found one. The guy made me an offer of because it was like $80 some, and he made me offer like 70.
Just so I understand, I don't know if they know the whole story, but this is the one where the bots took over and everyone was pissed
and it was
about.
It sold out in like a minute.
And this is the
minute
one
and a
that
half.
everyone was pissed about, and then they redid that other one. But this isn't. This is the original one.
This
correct?
is the one, yeah. They
Okay,
made 2,500 of, and it sold out, and everybody was mad about it.
Okay, yep. No, that's badass. Then I
So
was
this
making
is-
sure when you posted that, I thought that's what it was, but I just wanted to make sure now that I was here. That's cool as fuck. You got that, dude.
Yeah, but he offered it to me for $70. Sent me an offer for $70, but it gave me a option to counter offer, and I said 60, and he took the deal. So with shipping and shit like that, it was like $63, I think, $64.
And how much was it when it first came out? Like
25, I think.
that's not bad though for
No.
only being 2,500.
It might have been 30.
And
Might
that
have-
whole bot issue, like that's
Yeah.
not a bad price to pay
Well,
for.
all the prices went down because like 3 weeks later, they did a 48-hour pre-sale so everybody could get one.
Yeah.
And then whoever ordered in that 48 hours, they would press that many.
Yeah.
But you can only order one.
Gotcha.
The other one you could
That's
order
pretty dope
two.
that you got that though. And for that price, because I definitely like if you told me, like, I mean, like that situation, and you're like, oh, dude, someone sent me an offer. I'd be like, what, like 120, 100? Like, I feel like I would have personally thought, like, with it being
Oh, there's ones
2,500
on there
only.
for way more. But
and
like I
then-
said, once they did that
Yeah.
48-hour pressing, the prices of these ones went down a little bit.
Yeah. But still, though, only being like the original 2,500, that little issue behind it and all that, like, I definitely thought it would have been, it would had to have paid more than $60. Like,
Yeah.
that's, to me, that's like, fuck yeah, like, hell of a score.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know you're excited because, I don't know if we said this completes your
This
shit, right?
complete- technically, yeah. Like I don't have every variant of them. Like
but like you have
this
every
one, I do.
yeah. Oh, you
Because
do
I
have.
pre-ordered the other ones just in case I couldn't get this one.
Got
And now
ya.
that I have a decent job, fuck it, I'm gonna keep them. And then I just won't play this one.
Yeah.
Although I did play this today, and it sounds phenomenal. And
Really?
usually the colored ones and shit don't.
Nice.
Sometimes they do, but they don't sound as good as like the
So,
normal black.
You've played this the one time. You'll get your other one, and then this one will never
Yeah.
see a.
I'll play the Amazon one that's like a transparent
Yeah.
black,
Gotcha.
probably.
So your Coheed vinyl records is complete so far,
Yeah, aside from other
except for
little
like you said, all the different colored variants
technically,
and specials.
I don't have the big beige demo, so it's like the demo versions of the Color Before the Sun album.
Okay.
Is for that, and they call it the Big Beige demo because they recorded in his house that was called the Big Beige because it was
Gotcha.
beige, and I don't have one for the Color Before the Sun because and it's actually kind of cool. I want it for this reason, but I don't really particularly love that album very
Yeah.
much. But this was a mispress, and they actually just pressed the album again onto like clear vinyl or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that adds a cool element to it, and that makes me want it. But that's the only one I haven't got yet, and that one's not that
Is it
expensive.
pricey?
It's just not too many people are selling
I
it.
got you. How much is it if it like when you do
Oh,
see
I'd
it?
probably spend like 50 years. Probably around the same I would
Oh,
spend for
okay.
this.
That's not bad, then.
Maybe less though, depending
Yeah.
on who it is.
Oh yeah, that's
But
not bad. Then at
I would
least,
expect like 50 or 60.
yeah, at
bucks.
least it's not like yeah, man, it's like $1,200. Like you know what I'm
no,
saying?
no.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like
cool.
at the most, I might pay like $100 for it.
Oh yeah. Like you said, now working now, better job,
Well, time
and shit like that. Like,
time is what really makes the value go up. Because after a while, nobody's really selling them.
yeah, because the people who have them have
The
'em.
people who wanted it to actually for their
For their-
collections have
yeah.
bought the ones that have been a little more
Yeah,
high priced.
so if you do see one out there, it's gonna be
yeah,
gonna be more.
yeah, like this, there was maybe only a few of them out there, and they were all like 4 or 5, maybe even $1,000 some
Right.
dollars. But the cool thing is the original pressing they did of this, like 10 or 15 years ago or something. For like yeah, it was probably like 10 years ago because it was the 10th anniversary or whatever. It also came with a little 7-inch that has Elf Tower and another song that was recorded when these were recorded, and that came with it. You can get that as well, like because when you ordered this one, you get a cassette version of this.
Oh, okay.
But I have that because I bought it on eBay like years ago. So technically, I have like a combo, just like the original, but
Yeah. That's sweet.
it's a different vinyl record.
Well, hell yeah, dude. Congrats, sir, because I know these are your homies, dude. I'm glad it's,
Yeah,
like you say,
it's a long
it's
quest.
technically complete, and I know it's taken you a while. And
Yeah,
the bullshit of like, you probably didn't know if you would get this as cheap and as quick as probably what you did from the whole issue, which is dope.
yeah. No,
So,
so it's
happy
it's
for
it's
you.
it's like it's kind of a load off my shoulders a little bit. Like I can breathe a little easier because I know like I got it. You know,
Yeah.
that's just the anxiety in me. I'm sort of a completionist when it to certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But otherwise, fantastic album, first album. A very different version of, because they kind of perfected their formula. You know, like this is a very different album from the rest of their catalog.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like in their second album, they kind of like came together and found who they were and started this
just
formula
evolved over,
of what Coheed was.
Hell yeah.
And then they kind of perfected it on their third album. And they just just grew from there. You know
So,
what I mean?
as always, so when did you get this?
Literally today.
Nice, man. And you, as we said earlier, you paid $60 for it. And you
About
got
65, if
for
you round up.
65. Got off a dude off of eBay. Hell yeah, man. What's your favorite song off your songs on this album?
This album's so good. This album is great from start to finish. There's not a song on here I don't like.
Oh, really? Dope.
Yeah. And Never Ender's probably one of the favorites. 33 is pretty good. Everything Evil, Delirium, they're all good. They're all good, dude. Time Consumer, Hearshot Kid, they're all good. They're all good. I can't. That's not biased at all.
Yeah.
So, when is Hazel going to be our special guest?
Oh, I don't know. I gotta, like I said, we gotta.
You'd have to
There's
figure
a
it all
lot
out.
of parts that gotta fucking depend. You know, like I said, it's easiest if we can do it at my house. If not,
Oh, yeah,
like I
that's
gotta
right.
try to line up a sitter for,
Yeah, that's right.
my place for my kids, and shit like that.
We'd have to. It'll be a very different version of the show when we do it because we'll have limitations. You know what I mean?
For what's up though?
It'll be a very different version of the show because we'll have limitations.
Oh, like at my house.
Yeah, it'll basically just be a conversation
Mm-hmm.
because like we don't.
You won't have like.
We won't be able to do roach clips. We won't be able,
Yeah.
to, which we haven't done roach clips in a little while anyway.
Yeah,
But-
but I don't know. It'd probably be interesting enough with her. Like I said, like we can.
It'll be more
and,
like when
you
we
can-
have a guest.
Yeah, and like you can actually ask like questions that like you would
She
want to
can
know about
answer,
her growing up and like what it was like at school and like you could really go
how
into
you
like
guys met and shit.
yeah, you could really go into like
what? How did? What wooed you? Like I'm really wanting to know like how this happened. You know what I mean?
because
Like,
you guys are yin and yang. It's
no.
just two opposites.
And it'll be a good way for me to like get to know her because like I never really met her.
Yeah.
Like
So,
I met her like via like
FaceTimes and
yeah, but,
Snapchats
like,
and shit.
and
but
the
like,
2 times I went to your house, she wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
But no, yeah. So like I said, it'll be good because like it'll be a lot of conversation. We'll talk. I'll be making jokes and saying stupid shit. And
yeah, no, it'll be cool. Like I'm excited to do it. You'll definitely be taking the reins on that episode, though, probably.
yeah, that's
Because
fine.
I'm not gonna know how to start, or I'm gonna be awkward at first. Like I don't want to ask weird. Like
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, I'll break the ice
You're-
right away
you're
by
gonna have
fucking
to
jokes.
set the tone for
I'll
everything.
right away. I'm like, welcome to another ex-Asian moment.
Watch it watch it end up being like just a documentation of the end of your guys' relationship. Like after that, like it's just a downhill spiral from that. Like
Welcome to the Asian BSSB episode.
Or there's like a 50-50, maybe even a 60-40
Dude, this could blow
chance.
us up.
Oh no, a 40 or like a 60-40 chance that by it's over, she's like, you cannot put that out. No, do not put
No, I
that on
told
the
her,
internet.
Like I said, I warned her. I'm
That will bring shame to my family.
like I told her, like, you realize, like, like I have to like make jokes and make fun of shit and like turn it on extra for
I
like.
wouldn't go. Just do it normal.
No, but,
maybe
like-
turn it up like a notch.
No,
but
that's
don't
what I'm
go
saying.
like,
Like there
to
might
11.
be a couple, like not the whole time where it's annoying, but like there might be a couple more than usual, just because, or like, you know what I'm saying. But like I told her, I was like, we go to get laughs and views, like just a simple conversation of not making fun of you in the Asian culture. People probably be upset. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no. And it's to prove a point. You know?
Yeah, that I do have a yellow
it,
card.
Yeah, it proves that like it's all just jokes.
Yeah,
like, it's all
like-
just we're all just having fun.
Yeah. To the one guy, fucking hope you enjoy eating your tacos.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about Hazel's or Eric's soon-to-be wife, I guess. Hazel,
Dude's fiance. It's
Basically,
fine.
yeah.
She's been my fiance for
11 years.
like 6 years,
Yeah.
5 years. Something
Someday,
like that.
one day, you guys will bite the bullet. Just like, fuck it, you want to go to fucking town hall? Because that's what you plan on doing anyway.
Yeah,
right?
you're just gonna go to the courthouse. I'll probably have like you actually. I think you need like a person to actually like marry you. So I'll probably have Kenny do it. I'll just go to his house
that's
one day.
cool.
And I'll have Kenny do it. He did that shit.
Hell yeah. You remember a couple episodes ago when we went through people that were in like Angels in the Outfield and how many people were on the team that were famous?
Yeah.
The thing that started it was we were watching UFC and that guy Cole Hauser was in the crowd and they showed him. And I told you that he was in Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh shit. And that guy's in Yellowstone, right?
All right.
And he's a fucking badass on that show.
Really?
Yeah, like I started watching Yellowstone. I'm only a couple episodes into the first season, but dude, he's a fucking G on that show.
Oh yeah.
He like runs the ranch or whatever. And he recruits people like criminals. Well, not really criminals, but people who just got out and need a job. And basically, anybody that's a criminal that goes in there, they become like family, and they brand them with the Y for Yellowstone or whatever.
Oh, all right.
It's just dope. It's the show's basically like.
Are you gonna show make you want to get branded? You gonna get a Yellowstone brand?
No, because I'm not that. I would be a poser then, as they used to say. But it's a cool show.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's kind of like it kind of reminds me of like Cowboy Sons of Anarchy because it's kind of like organized crime, sort of. Not really, but like it's just like it's not really organized crime, but it's kind of like they're kind of like the mob.
Oh, all right.
They're kind of like
So
a
the
mafia,
Western mob.
and then there's like the like like Native American like reservation people, and they're like their cops, and then they're dealing like with the laws and stuff, and like it's just
Nice.
way more than I thought it was.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was
I'm
just
glad
gonna be
you
a bunch of
enjoyed it,
cowboy
man.
shit.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I've never watched it. I never watched Sons of Anarchy.
You'd probably like it though.
I probably would, man. I don't know, dude. I'm terrible. My ADD. I don't know. Just don't really get into fucking shows. It's hard for me to get into some shit.
You do get the shows, just
Some.
ones that you find on your own. Because what it is like people recommend shows to people all the time, and they're always like, "Yeah, I'll check it out," but they really have no intention of checking.
Yeah,
it
I
out
just tell
whatsoever.
people like, yeah, probably not.
But then eventually they'll
like usually,
on their own volition will start watching the show and be like, "Oh, I like this," and they'll get really into it.
Yeah.
But like telling somebody to watch a show usually doesn't do it unless you
The
tell them
last
something that inspires
show-
them to watch it.
The last show that I watched.
Jesus Christ, guys, what the fuck is going on? Nothing's happening. Unless you're trying to tell me that something's happening that I'm unaware of.
I don't know, whatever it is, he's fucking dead staring at now.
Is there like a spider on the ceiling or something? Like, what the fuck? He was barking at something in the bathroom the other night. I just assumed it was the cat, but it might have been something else.
I never know.
Because the lights were out. Like, there was
Yeah.
nothing in the, you know what I mean?
You thought there was nothing in there.
It's a shadow person. A person from the shadows.
You have one of those little Small people living here. What are those things?
One of those little small people.
Mm-hmm.
What a gnome
Yeah.
or a goblin?
Yeah.
I hope not. That'd be weird.
It's part Indian.
What? What does that mean?
He lives in your cupboard.
Oh, he's the Indian in the cupboard.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I like that movie.
I haven't seen that shit in a long ass time, but I remember watching it quite a few times.
So you
when I
liked
was
it?
younger.
It was
Yeah.
cool. It was a cool little idea.
Yeah.
Favorite part is when he put other toys in there, and like Darth Vader was fighting with like, I don't know, a fucking G.I. Joe or something.
Mm-hmm. What would you, if you could pick, what would you put in there if you could have 3 little toys and make them come alive?
Becky Lynch action figure. And maybe like a Boba Fett, so then he could fly around on his jetpack and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably a Superman, a Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Green
Like
Lantern.
everything I had.
You
A
only
little
had
Coheed
3.
and Cambria.
You only got to pick 3.
I'd take all my pop toys and put them in there.
Nope.
So I'd have all the characters.
Only 3 items. It's only 3 things. You only put one at a time. Three items.
What are these rules? What do you mean? He put all kinds of shit in there.
I know these are my rules though. It's different.
Well,
You know,
fuck
it's like
your
a
rules.
genie with 3 wishes. You only get to turn 3 items into real life. Would you turn Harley Quinn over there? Look at that.
She might.
If you don't
She
pick
might
her,
fuck me up.
if you
Maybe Deadpool.
have
He'd
a
probably be fun
protector,
to have around.
he can protect you, and he's funny as fuck.
And he can't die.
Yeah.
Unlike the cowboy in the movie. Spoiler alert.
Put like Rick and Morty in there.
That'd be cool because they'd probably go on all kinds of crazy adventures.
I'd probably pick like. Trying to think. Like,
You know what would be dope? You should make it like only 5 things. Because then I could put all 4 members of Pearl Jam in there. Or all 5. And then they could just play me music all the time. Yeah.
Just rocking out.
But yeah. I don't know. I'd have to really think about it.
Technically, whoa, bro, that's technically 1 item. I said 1 item at a time.
Yeah, it's 1 box.
I did say 1 item. So like, that's a
There'd
gray
have to be
area,
a decent
bro.
sized cupboard, you know?
But that's
I can't fit the whole box in there.
You can fit that in one of my cupboards. For sure.
I'm thinking of the cupboard.
Oh. I'm just thinking, well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a different cupboard that does have room.
What, did you take it apart and like rebuild it as a different type of cupboard, but it's
What?
made of the same wood? It'd
Yeah.
still be the same size though.
Yeah. That would be cool.
What would happen if you climbed into the cupboard and closed it? Would you become a toy?
Yeah, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something.
Yeah.
Or like.
Or no, just a life-size toy. You
It's like.
you just become plastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you're all fucking like this because you're in the cupboard.
That's true. I'll just start throwing some women in there and making my sex toys. Bada bang.
Here's the thing: if like, let's say your parents found you in there, would they just assume that that was just a toy of you and now you're missing? Oh, so like, okay. You would
Oh, I got you.
You would immediately be turned back into your normal self because your parents would open it, find you as a toy, and then go, "Oh my god!" and then they close it.
But what if they grab the toy?
I guess that's true.
Like, what the fuck is this? Like, we don't have like this.
And like threw it out or
It
something.
was just like threw it to the side.
Yeah, and then you would just forever be like,
A toy, a boy that was a toy.
what would happen to
You're
your
Shawn Michaels, just a sexy.
So
boy.
like,
I'm not your boy toy.
sexy boy. Yeah, no joke. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy.
Yeah, you'd be a Shawn Michaels then.
No, but like, what happens like in the sense of like if you have a soul or your consciousness or whatever? Like, are you still consciousness? Are you still conscious and like
Just
existing
stuck,
inside
like,
that toy?
it's like,
Or does that like kill you? Because all your
plastic.
whole body would then become.
plastic. You're
Yeah.
done. You're dead, dude. You're dead.
I guess that
You're
would kill you.
No coming back.
There's no coming back.
Nope.
Then where does the sentience come from? Like,
Because they started without. You
Yeah.
started with.
but they turn it back because he's
Exactly.
turned them back into toys,
Yeah.
and then he would bring them
Yeah.
back. So they just die
But
and
the
come
key
back,
is
and they
is
have
they
the same
started-
memories.
They started as a toy. You started as a human. That's the difference.
I know, but they had no consciousness or soul.
Yeah,
or,
they still don't. They're just a
begin with.
fucking. Yeah, they still don't.
Maybe didn't in the movie like he had a whole backstory. He talked
Yeah,
about
he
his
did.
family.
He did. He had a heart. He was a nice guy.
So like
But
that all
that's
had
for
to come
movie
from
purposes.
So
I'm
is he
talking
like,
about real life.
is he
Art.
like ripping him from an alternate universe or
Yeah.
something? So I'd like to see it all from his. I'd like to see a movie from the Indian's perspective, like what it was when he went back.
Yeah,
when he would turn him back into a toy.
Did he die and all of a sudden like his soul's out there and like just happened to get picked to go into this toy? Like, was he dead? Or did he literally like pop in and pop out? Like he was like, "Oh shit, I'm abducted by the aliens again," and
we should rewatch the movie.
We should make the prelude.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Up to when he like hits the cupboard.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. No, we shouldn't. We should just watch the movie and then do that because we're probably forgetting quite a bit of pertinent information.
I'm forgetting a fuck ton about that movie.
Because I haven't seen that
right
movie
now.
since I was like
10. I don't know what the ages that was.
Yeah, I think my mom might still have
12.
it on VHS.
I don't know. I don't know when that movie came out or the years I watched. I remember I was young.
I'm gonna look for it on Amazon. Buy it.
Do you remember any of injuries from or any times that you like were like fuck that like really hurt when you were doing your wrestling stuff when you were just even doing like a simple move or like you tried to go a little bit more extreme and you're like oh fuck I'm never doing that again?
I don't remember anybody getting hurt too particularly badly. I remember two things that happened, but nothing really happened to me that I remember. I got cut up a little bit a couple times, but nothing too terrible. But I remember at one point my buddy Jeff, shout out to Jeff.
Can you say their wrestling names? Do you remember them? Like say Jeff. Jeff was just because I like to hear
Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Hollywood. I like to hear wrestler names. That's why.
I was Supernova. Josh was Widowmaker. Nathan was Stis.
Was what?
Stis. S-T-I-S. I don't know why he went for that. He was Snake, but everybody was making fun of him. They're going, Snake! And then he became Striker. And Striker was shortened to like Stis for some reason. I don't know. Brandon was like Monkey Boy, Karate Boy. Yeah. Like crazy shit like that. Jason was Jaws. And somebody else. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't really remember. Joel was Joelberg. He was only around like once or twice. Shane was Shane O'Mac. I can't remember too many others.
Nice.
Oh, Evan was Epoch. Jared was Dickie Willis. But anyway, injury stories about backyard wrestling. The AHW days. I remember when I was in California, I wasn't there for this, and the camera wasn't on for this for some reason. We were always having camera issues. It was coming unplugged, or you know what I mean. Yeah. We were using old, shitty cameras, and I wasn't there for this. I was in California, and they were doing wrestling. They were doing it without me. Like I think we said, like I had just lost the title, right? But like I injured my leg in the thing, so I had to go out for injury or whatever. And then I went to California. Like, Josh and Jared and Jeff, they actually sat there and figured out the storylines and shit. So that's why I wasn't there for this. But Brandon was there. Shout out to Frenchie, Brandon French. And he was like real scared of getting hurt. Like he wasn't the best, you know what I mean? He was all right, like, but he was a little, especially with Jeff.
Just
Jeff
hesitant.
was big and he didn't jump right, like he kind of dead weighted you, and Jeff expected that because he wasn't. I think they were just practicing moves or something like that, and because of that, he wasn't quite doing it, and Jeff was having to really pick him up and try. And so Jeff was expecting him to do that, and I think they tried. He was like, "Jump! You need to jump!"
Yeah.
And Jeff like went to do it, and he put some force into it, and Brandon actually
So he
jumped.
jumped that time.
And
so
he literally threw him like off of the trampoline, I think,
Oh,
and he
shit.
landed like on the ground and got like fucked up a little bit, but I don't think he was hurt too bad.
Gotcha.
He just walked it off. But that's when I was told about,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we ever get Jeff on the show, he could probably talk about
Yeah.
it. But one time, me and Jeff actually just talked about this the other day. We recreated something we did prior that Jared had done during an XWO invasion match or whatever. And where the trampoline was, is it was a fenced in area with like chain link fence, which was nice because we could do like cage matches and shit. And the trampoline was inside of there, and there was gravel, like not big limestone. It was like smaller,
Slow
round
pea gravel type
rock.
shit.
Yeah, basically. And if you on the one side of it, there was just a big drop off, like kind of like hill-ish, but it was pretty steep into like a ravine area where there was some water, but it was probably like 50 to 60 feet or whatever. And it was steep, but it was not steep enough that like you could walk down it if you wanted to. But Jared, the thing we recreated was Jared getting thrown off the ring, which is the trampoline, over the fence
And down.
and then down there. Well, we recreated this one time with me and Nathan, Supernova versus Stess. And Nathan threw me. I told him to throw me over the fence, and I took a tumble down the thing. Well, as I took a tumble down the thing, I lost my shoe. And there was all kinds of like overgrowth and like
shit
shit.
down there, yeah.
So like I was rolling through like bushes and weeds and
Jaggers,
thorns and
rocks and everything else. Who knows?
And Josh, I had just turned heel the night before because we would film 2 shows. We would film the pay-per-view, and then we would film the following Monday Night Madness or whatever. And in the same day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this was the following night, and I had just turned heel. Josh won the title off me, and then I turned on Nathan.
Oh, okay.
Because we were homies. We were like best friends. And fuck, what was I? Anyway, I took a tumble down, and Josh went down to help me, and I got my shoe. But when I put my shoe on, there was a rock in it.
Oh.
And I just picked it up, and I fucking chucked it. And just randomly. I wasn't trying to get it anywhere. I just kind of just picked it up and just went like this. But I like flubbed it, and it went up on the hill. So basically what happened is Josh was like, come on. And and I put my shoe on and I go like this. And it goes up. And then I just hear, ow, fuck. And he's like, why would you do that? And then I go, we get up there. And I went up there and I smashed Nate in the head with the rock.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my opponent.
So it worked out perfect.
And Nathan broke kayfabe and like the match was over. He's like, what the fuck, man? Like, the match wasn't like over, but it just like stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Josh made our way up, and then we slowly got back in the ring. He was yelling at me shit, and then then we just kind of slowly went back into the match.
Yeah.
And,
so you couldn't even see him from where you're at.
No, I had no intention of hitting him.
So like, yeah, you stepped and you're like, fuck, and you probably just reached in, was just like through it.
Exactly. Yeah. And just
I've done that shit before.
It was totally my fault. Like I had no.
Yeah, it was your fault, but you had no ill will behind the throw.
Yeah, but I also had no thought behind my throw.
Yeah,
either,
like
you know
there's
what
nothing.
I mean?
There was just
it was just a random boom. Yeah, for all I know, I could have fucking threw it and it hit me in the face, or Josh who was helping me.
In the head.
Yeah,
yeah.
Or it just could have just rolled out of my fingers wrong, and it could have just went. You know what I mean, and got me. But
yeah, you were just not even thinking, just throwing a rock up in the air.
Yeah, but
that's wild as fuck. That's funny.
That's probably the 2 worst stories I could think of. I'm sure Josh or Jeff.
Did it bust them open? Do you have some blood from the
match?
No,
it just hurt. It just got him like in the fucking head. But it's funny thinking back on it. Did you used to put cards on your bike?
Fuck yeah. I did hit your rim and
made it sound like a motorcycle.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Do that shit all the time.
We used to do that and pretend we were on the Star Wars land speeders, me and my buddy Juan in California. Fucking Ontario, California.
Yeah, we do that. Yep. We do all kinds of shit. Dude, summers were wild.
I miss
Kids
some
are,
days.
kids will. I don't. There probably is some kids out there that experience and do shit that we used to do. You know, there's probably still some out there, but
Your imagination isn't the same. Like you aren't able, like you don't get excited about things like you did as a kid. Just like you can't like play pretend as well. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like your imagination isn't as vivid and wild. Some people like never really lose that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Some of them are a little too imaginative.
yeah,
But like it's weird. Like the older you get, your brain is just like just it's programmed to be more mature or something. I don't know what it
yeah.
is, but like I don't know how to explain it. I probably sound like a weirdo right
I'm
now.
just saying, like, is there kids out there that are fucking outside all day, every day? Like, is there kids that hop on their bike and ride and go to their friend's house and are doing the shit that we like? Not saying doing the same shit, but just going out there and doing shit, playing in the woods, building forts, fucking wrestling, fucking I don't know, staying up and playing like flashlight tag and in night and shit like.
Yeah, catching like lightning bugs.
But yeah, like
put 'em
hitting
in
lightning
jars.
bugs with a bat and like just I don't know, just you never did that.
Oh, I did it, but not with a bat. Well, maybe with a bat. I did it with badminton rackets.
Yeah, bad tennis, right? Yeah,
I felt bad about it. One of my cousins yelled at us and told us to stop fucking doing it, and now I feel bad about it because I like lightning bugs.
yeah, I don't do it anymore.
And I watched my cousin Ed play basically frog ball, which is hit a frog with a baseball bat.
What?
Threw it up. Somebody threw it. And he fucking hit a frog with a baseball bat.
Terrible.
I know. I was a child, and it's pretty traumatizing.
Rufus would enjoy that game. Dude, that motherfucker eats frogs. It's not good for him. I tried to stop him. But dude, Rufus is a fucking idiot, dude.
Green treat. Must eat green squishy treat.
This motherfucker eats anything and everything that moves on the ground, dude. It doesn't matter what it is, dude.
No, Ollie's the same way.
Like an
it's
ant.
like the Rottweiler.
There'll be an ant or something. Like you can see him looking at his back. Just like that motherfucker.
Like there'll be a trail of them like 2 inches apart.
He'll start looking up bugs and shit. Frogs, dude. One day, I
any
first
animal he chases after it. That's why I got to put him on a leash because he'll just run off after a cat or a beaver. Or
oh yeah, Rufus don't do that.
Groundhog.
But like, if you're just around and he's around, like you're probably gonna get eaten. I didn't think it would, but there was a frog. It was probably like this big too, decent sized frog, hopping around. Rufus goes up, just fucking smells it and like hops, and Rufus is like, "Oh fuck you!" and just like waddles over, and just fucking eats a son bitch. I'm like, Rufus, what are you doing?
What? He's like, what? I'm a dog. I am a male pit bull. What do you think I'm doing? I am a predator. Like, no, Ollie's the same way. Like, at the old house, there were moles all over the yard.
Yeah.
Like, when I cut my grass, you would see where they had dug it up and shit. But, like, if there was a mole or something, he would immediately get it. Baby rabbit, whatever. And he would swallow those fuckers whole.
Yeah.
They'd be alive.
Just going right in.
And I'd look at them different for like a day or two.
Yeah,
I
always
dude,
wonder,
you are a
like,
savage.
I always wonder, like, because, like, I just let Rufus out, like, in our backyard. Like, he don't get chained up or nothing.
Has he ever, like, you caught him in the act and he had him, like, in his mouth and their head sticking out and he's just, like, crunching down on him and he looks at you and you look at the thing in their mouth and they're looking at you. Like, dude, it is the most grim, most, like, nature's metal shit. When you see a little chipmunk or a little mole, well, moles don't have eyes, but like a little chipmunk or a rabbit, and they're like, like on the brink of death. It's like you're like seeing their soul.
There's only one time I know Rufus like truly fucked something up. I couldn't find him the one day. I let him out. I go back out and yell for him. He couldn't see him. And I just see his big ass, like so happy, coming up through the woods out back. but just
With the
covered in fucking mud and blood, like on his mouth. And this dude was so happy.
I just destroyed a raccoon, Dad. I destroyed him. There's
Came
nothing
up
left.
out of there like tail wagging, fucking covered in mud. And like, so I went to go give him a bath and like spray him off and shit. And I'm like, looking, there's just fucking blood in his mouth and shit. And I'm like, fuck, hopefully he's not bleeding. So I like cleaned his mouth out and like he wasn't bleeding, but whatever that is, I don't know what the fuck. He fucked whatever it was up, dude. But now, mind you, probably that time I was more than his younger. Like, I mean, he's still only 4 years old, but or he's 3 years old. Sorry. He was probably like 1.5 when he was still a little puppy in him, but he was a 120-pound pit then still. So that motherfucker was, whatever he fucked up, got fucked up good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like owning a small bear.
Yeah.
Imagine if he was the size of a Great Dane.
Yeah,
That'd be like, like owning a pony, like a fucking, or like a small horse, which would be like a pony. But I'm saying like built with the strength of a horse. Because a pony is like, has smaller legs.
Well, he's like 130, probably like 135 right now. It's probably where he's sitting around, weight wise.
Built like a small Clydesdale.
But lovable as shit, though.
Yeah, dude, he's a total sweetheart. Total sweetheart. It's like having a...
He's shy, but yeah, once he gets to know you, he loves you.
Yeah, dude. Just petting that big-ass head.
And then him just putting his bear paw on you, like, boom.
Yeah. I love it. No, he's a total sweetheart.
I think you can throw the photo of him up. You probably still have it.
Here we go. Oh, hold on.
There you go.
Let me know when I should take it down. Right there. You guys didn't get a quick glimpse, so go back and pause it if you want a good look.
Yeah.
Because Eric was just like, only for a second. Only for a couple seconds.
Yeah. Don't look at my review.
All right, you want some fun facts? Fun facts.
Oh, fun fact, I'm going to be an Indian giver.
What the fuck does that mean?
You give someone something and then take it
No,
back.
I know what that means, but why are you saying that?
Because didn't I give you that little police badge?
Yeah.
I'm going to take that back and give that to Samurai.
All right, that's cool. You can have it.
I figured you didn't care.
It falls down all the time, and what do I do with it?
Yeah.
I'd rather make him happy.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't care about
Well, here,
it.
let's do it right here officially.
Yep.
So everybody knows that I gave something to a little kid to make him happy. Fun facts. In Gangs of New York, Daniel Day-Lewis embodied his character, Bill the Butcher Cutting, absolutely. Even to the extent of having his eye fitted with a glass contact and teaching himself to tap it with a knife without blinking, which he does in the movie.
Damn.
Because the guy, Bill the Butcher, has a fake eye with like a eagle or something on it.
Gotcha.
And, yeah. So he actually did that for real. That wasn't like CGI.
That's crazy.
Anything. In 2009, while watching Stuart Little, which came out in 1999, Hungarian art historian Gergely Barkey, pretty sure that's the name, saw the painting Sleeping Lady with Black Vase by Robert Bierny. It had been missing for 90 years and had been used as a prop. It was the original.
Oh, shit. That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah. Here's a
Yeah.
picture of the scene with the thing.
Oh, wow.
Here, I'll put it up right now. Tell me when to take it down, Eric. Damn, man, they can't even get a good look at it. Hit the blunt or something, then do it.
We're going to drink some soda. They're good. We keep it rolling around here.
All right, and this really isn't a fun fact, but it's something I threw in here because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But I guess it is a fun fact from me personally. Something I noticed watching The Wolf of Wall Street. But I said, imagine being a struggling actor and you finally have your big scene with Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street. And then this is the shot Scorsese chose to use. And then there's the photo. Put it up right now. I mean, right now.
Oh, and you're like blocked.
Yeah, the fucking thing's in front of the guy's face.
Oh, the candle. Yeah.
Like that whole scene.
That.
I think you do see him earlier before that, before he walks up there. Thanks. But I think you do see him before but like he's behind the main guy and a little bit farther back. You don't get a good look at him. This is a close up of
Yeah,
him
that
and
sucks.
DiCaprio.
Yeah, that's something you could have on like your wall. Like, yeah, this is the time I was in a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Now, that would be funny. Like if that was me, I would frame that and be like, "Here's a picture of me."
Yeah.
Isn't it a great photo? All right. And then this next one's crazy. This is the story. It's a little long, but this is the story about
all about
Tommy.
how you grew up. No, God.
Jesus. The story I was telling you I was going to tell you about Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that Tommy Dreamer originally planned to show up at WrestleMania 17 to gun down Paul Heyman and then kill himself?
Oh, really? Gun him down.
Yeah, like for real, not kayfabe.
Okay.
He changed his mind after getting a call from JR, Jim Ross. This is Tommy Dreamer speaking, I'm guessing. Paul Heyman, who I thought me and him were super tight, he screwed me over big time. He was in the WWE the whole time. I had turned down hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to WCW and now was unemployed. I went from a $750,000 offer and Paul Heyman crying to me that if I leave ECW, it will go out of business. Meanwhile, he was getting a paycheck from WWE. I don't begrudge him, but then I did. I was depressed as depressed can be. I had women, I had fame, I had everything, and yet it was the worst time of my life. At WrestleMania, I was going to hop the rail, and I was going to whack Paul in the back of the head right at the announce table. Then I was going to whack myself, the ultimate martyr. I was going to hit my pose, crack, boom, pull the trigger because I was that insane. I'm not done yet. I just want to hit the black.
Yeah, no, this is crazy so far.
That's funny, though. He said he was going to crack his pose.
What's his
Boom,
pose?
pull the trigger.
What's his pose? Can you show it?
I can't quite remember.
All right.
But, yeah, I'll show it right now.
Thanks, dude. Might want to take it away so we can continue this story.
All right. Continuing on.
So he's going to hit his pose and then crack. I think that's where he ended.
Pull the trigger because I was that insane, is what he said. First, they'd think it was an angle until I shot him. I was so severely depressed and so mental with rage, I needed help. That help came from a phone call from Jim Ross. In my head, I was like, I would become infamous. I'm glad I didn't do it, but then that phone call came from Jim Ross. Maybe I should read this like Jim Ross. Hey, Tommy, it's Jim Ross. Just want to let you know we're still thinking about you. We're going to get it done. Just got to hang tight. Thank you. And then it says Tommy Dreamer. But yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's wild as fuck.
Imagine if he did that.
Yeah, you imagine being like those people sitting there, like right there, like right behind him.
Yeah.
As well.
Imagine being like King or something. Or whoever was announcing at the time. Maybe Vince
Let
himself.
alone just being in that arena.
All right, guys. That was episode 58. Another one in the bag. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't really,
Yeah. Like, tell your friends, share this shit.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends.
Yeah.
Rate us on different things. And,